Congressman Jim McGovern from Massachusetts declared on the floor of the House of Representatives that the failed former president Donald Trump is a rapist. Now, this is controversial. I will explain to you why. We will first look at the clip, but many folks in the audience have written to me and said, David, isn't this inaccurate? Isn't this going too far to say Trump is a rapist? Let's watch the clip first, and then we will discuss.
And they have consistently voted against funding for border security. You can't make this stuff up. They say we don't need more money. We just need a president who follows the law. We hear that again and again. We heard that last night in the Rules Committee. Now, I hope that they're not implying that the former president, a rapist who was just ordered by a jury to pay $83 million for defaming his victim, I hope they're not saying that he follows the law. He's been indicted 4 times with 91 felony counts. I mean, this guy's been indicted more times than he's been elected. Give me a break.
This is all good stuff, but here's the source of the controversy. Trump has not been found to have been criminally liable for rape. He has been found civilly liable. Now, I know there are people who don't even agree with that, so let's go step by step. Trump was found civilly liable for sexual assault. The judge involved clarified that, yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll. In other words, the sexual abuse, the sexual assault that he was found civilly liable for meets the definition of rape. So he is certainly a civilly liable rapist. We then get to layer 2 of the question. If someone was found civilly liable rather than criminally liable, does the general label of rapist apply? And there is some controversy over this. There is the assumption when someone says they're a rapist that they have been criminally prosecuted and found guilty, and not necessarily the assumption that it is civil. There are different standards of proof. Criminal liability in criminal cases is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. It is a higher standard. When we're talking about civil liability, it's a preponderance of evidence. Some call it, it's more likely than not that they did the thing, and that's good enough for the financial remuneration that is being sought. My conclusion on this is that if we want to be super clear, we say that he's a civilly liable rapist. I don't think there's any issue with that whatsoever. McGovern using just the word rapist, I think it's fair to say you might wrongly assume that means criminal. In this case, it doesn't. It means civil. So yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll in a civil setting, and civilly liable rapist would be most accurate. You still love to see it on the floor of the House. I don't think Jim McGovern did anything wrong. I think if we want to be extra clear, we say civilly liable. Let me know what you think. I think it's relevant given that we can now say the Republican Party seems determined to make a loser former president charged with 91 felonies, civilly liable rapist, fraudster based on the New York trial, their nominee once again. It's accurate. It's true. It's extraordinarily disturbing, and I do think it's important to bring it up and talk about it in those terms.